Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm now hitting Thaumcraft with this. Typically with GTNH, you'd be more focused towards machines, but you know what? I've been thinking to myself, Thaumcraft has some useful features. I got the power situation stabilized where I don't have to constantly attend to it anymore. I'm always going to have steam now, regardless how much I leave it alone. I'm not feeling such a big, gigantic need to be running things back and forth, so I just went ham and done hundreds of research with Thaumcraft already. Now I'm taking a break from research, but there are a few things that I am wanting to do in this episode in regards to Thaumcraft. One of them is the Thirsty Tank. If I'm reading this right, the Thirsty Tank should be able to produce liquid just by having the water, just by having a source block placed right next to it. If that be the case, then that may be a cheaper way of replacing all of the water tank sidings, which then should alleviate the problem of being able to supply everything water, especially the boiler when it comes to ore processing. That is an interest of mine to do. The Thirsty Tank is not hard to make, actually. But that won't be my prime focus right now. My goal for the end of the episode, though, is to make a fusion altar. So this means that I am going to want to establish a room for being able to fusion Thaumcraft stuff all together here. But I'm going to need a stronger wand for it. Because the arcane stone stuff needs around 40 in average of all the aspects, 20 elsewhere. Oh, I need to make a laser engraver? Alright, maybe a little bit of Greg teching too as well. But yeah, this is going to be aspect heavy, so in order to make the wand necessary that is enough, barely enough for the iron cap wood wand, I am going to need to take down the Lich King. No Lich King, no wand, no 50V to make the fusion altar. Plus, to the infinite water here looks very attractive to me. If I could research the Everfull urn. I got options to think about for the future. But yeah, in this episode, going to do something a little out of my normal comfort zones of things and just do a little bit of hack and slashing. The Twilight Forest area that I've spawned at does have a castle nearby that I can just quickly go around and loot here and there and take down the king. But before I do that, though, I need to make myself a little something to help maximize my odds in the fight. Alright, so yeah, I've just made myself a shield. This should help deflect some fireballs and stuff, or block them off as necessary. Just don't like the fact that it's cutting off the portion of my field of view at the right lower side of the screen, but I can work with that. And if I have to get some comfortable space, the old frying pan will do the trick. Pop. Batter's up. Didn't mean to break that. So that's pretty much, he decked out with some materials, taking some potions with me to help maximize my odds in the fight. I've got a little bit of food in here. I think this is all I need in terms of food, but yeah, time to hop right into it. Alright, so I just got out fresh from the portal. Things are slowly loading in. The Lich Castle that awaits me is upon here. There's the main corridor to it, though. Though I am going to take my time in looting it. It looks like mod gives me PTSD at times. Yeah, that's a brutish zombie. I'm curious, how good is this thing? And lag right now is being a big nemesis for me. Oh my goodness! How much HP do you have? $250 HP. That zombie is practically a mini boss. But yeah, the shield does good in mitigating the damage and stuff like that. So, boop. And I got plenty of response time with it. Or defend time with it. Oh wow, there's a druid house by that. That's good to know. Those druids are actually a really good source of potions and stuff. I find that a lot of them are spawned some sort of modifier. They can get potions and armor and stuff out of them for free. Sorry, birdie. But yeah, it certainly beats the magma cubes in the nether. Not too hard to deal with either. And there's always unwanted zombies somewhere. Oh, hoo hoo! Hello there, buddy. Yeah. Take that. Alright, and the challenge begins. And immediately, there's already a brutish zombie, or a skeleton. This is going to be a nightmare to be in. I already can tell. This is going to be a nightmare to be in. Alright, I'm going to just regenerate health real quick for the time being and try that again. Alright, nobody ever expects the ninja skeleton. Alright, so this dungeon here is pretty much proving its difficulty enough as already. Died twice trying to recover my items, finally did it. Be a little more aggressive with lighting this room up. Ooh! Are you guys like ignoring light? My biggest concern that will probably get me killed a lot on top of the dangerous nature of GTNH or this lag. Oh, there you are. At least it's not as bad as trying to clear out a roguelike dungeon. Yeah, I'm just slapping down torches to help minimize the monster spawning. So let's go through. Oh, not you again. A lot of bookshelves up here. Be good for me to raid here just for sake of getting all the books in the world that I need. Okay. Time to get out. Time to get out. Wow, this guy's really persistent in trying to get me. That brutish skeleton is going to be a real pain. Look at that, 9 damage with leather armor and all, and explosive arrows. Go take about 6 hits or something to take this guy down. Oh, never mind. 3. Yeah, this is going to be nasty. It's going to be even nastier when the boss up there hits the second phase. It's going to be spawning a bunch of minions. That's going to be a nightmare phase for sure. Okay, after dying multiple times, I think I'm starting to get the groove of this with a little bit of luck in my favor. Just doing whatever I can to exploit the line of sight which is possible. Let's take it nice and slow. Ah! That's a brutish one too. Ah. Woo! Oh, that's a ninja! I ain't destroying these spawners because I want to grab them for a possible mob grinder later on. Switch this up real quick. Not there yet. Oh, I just took this in the backpack. I have to get more torches out anyways. Yeah, and I just took all these excessive items in there too. Alright. Oh. Yep, that got quite hairy real fast. Alright, so I'm pretty much close to the top now. It's probably a good time to start putting things away. And then, unleash mayhem upon the Lich King. Oop, I just wasted a bottle. Oh well. And skeleton's after me a bit. It's brutish. Alright. Nice damage with that. Alright, time to unleash Lich King. Wow, the Lich King isn't really that hard. I was worried that lag was going to kill him, but no, that was easy. Getting up here was the difficult part. Huh? Looks like a bunch of skeletons just got each other into a fight. Yeah, that was easy. It's actually easier than a Naga. Only because I didn't have lag to fight. Alright, so that's the Lich Bones, that's 3. That's one more than I need to make the next wand, so... Whew. Slow and painful, but that was fun. Dang! How much hunger does this thing need to saw? You know, I definitely was dreading the fight a little bit going up there with the Lich because I don't know exactly what kind of curveball that GTNH is going to be spinning on me in regards to that boss fight, but something that I've noticed, the zombies there are slightly different, not your regular zombies, which seems to indicate to me that they may not be subject to the same kind of modifiers that the boss is spawning them in with. Also, too, deflecting the Ender Pearls isn't not that hard. Plus, too, I'm wearing armor and have a lot of HP, so I wasn't really too concerned getting hit by those things too much. Plus, too, I got the shield and stuff like that. I was able to down the defense of that Lich King real fast. With the gear I got, the zombies are pretty much nothing as long as I don't let the situation go out of control. But I didn't expect him to be frenzying in the middle of the second phase. But taking out enough of the zombies and just frying panning him to death to keep him away. Basically, keep him away from being able to deal damage to me. So this frying pan did help with the fight a bit in terms of a safer strategy. But the boss was, other than those things to watch out for the boss with GTNH, overall this fight was easy. It's just the difficult part is getting up to the boss when you're dealing with a lot of skeletons that has their intense modifiers. Like, I was dealing with a lot of surprise ninja skeletons. I was dealing with giant fire skeletons. I was dealing with a lot of brutish skeletons, and occasionally there's skeletons that just rapid fire arrows at you. This crossbow definitely helped a lot with the challenge. I kept on making use of the terrain to break the line of sight, so that way I could just peek and hit them before they get a chance to shoot at me. So, doing this castle does require some good timing and some wits in combination of luck. But yeah, I would definitely probably go check out another one of these castles at one of these times just to see what else I can find in there. But yeah, this is good headway for the mod pack here. So I haven't bothered starting to make the new wand yet, but I was thinking though, where to put the fusion altar. I want this room to be away from a bunch of machines and stuff like that, so that way this room stays quiet. So I decided to put the fusion altar at the opposite side of the base. Even though it's going to be a bit of a distance to travel, it is, however, more sectioned off and more isolated. So that way it would add to more of the isolated feel that this pitch black room would have. I see that a lot of people who do Thaumcraft use a lot of voidstone, stuff like that. Me, I'm trying to preserve a still the mystical feel, but I feel that I should probably do something a little bit different while still having a bit of a magical feel here. Like, I'll be having a fusion altar at the center here with all the fusion pedestals circling around it. The Sentia files, stuff like that, will be stored right behind the wall here. This way, whenever the fusion altar is able to act, it looks like it's drawing from the void. That'd be an interesting little effect as it does its thing. Down below here, I will be placing down some ancient cobblestone to help stabilize the altar. With just enough, stability should be achieved. Heck, the ancient cobblestone will probably add to the overall aesthetics of these platforms. Yeah, I have these suspended too as well this way. Add to the aesthetic. I also have tons of heads too as well if need to be to help stabilize the altar. But I'll probably be sticking with the ancient cobblestone. And they're not too bad to make either. Like, all I need is like 5 Perdido aspects with entropy sharp crystal cluster and a and 8 cobblestone to make 8 ancient cobblestone. Though I do understand that it will require a lot of the entropy shards and a fair other amount of V, including Perdido. So I got a little bit of work cut out with Beta to get the ancient cobblestone going, but in the meantime, finally got the room set up and ready to go. Be plopping this down. Probably have to jetson this piece of niter, but yeah, all seems to be coming together well for the moment. It almost looks like you're literally entering two different worlds, just back and forth. Be interesting to see the fusion altar just be drawing everything from nothing, thanks to the anti-blocks from Chisel. Anyhow, I'm going to work towards that wand and start making the push towards the altar. Okay, I saw everything else with this recipe but the stainless steel screws. I can probably make the dust version of stainless steel, but problem is making stainless steel is a ingot for the HV recipes. That will require 480 EUs per tick. So this is HV power we're talking here. Then I'm going to have to somehow work around. I suppose it's possible to get stainless steel out of steel chests. I have been exploring around the Twilight Forest, and I have found ingots like manganese, stuff like that, so I bet I can find stainless steel somewhere. I guess I'll start a quest on that. Alright, here's a place that's of interest. Maybe I'll be having the luck to find what I need here. Well, I also smell this place being a death trap. Yep, death trap, alright. Yeah, I've got to be very careful in here. At last, I wished upon the lucky well. Stainless steel ingots. And what's nice about this too as well is 14. That's more than I was asking for. Just look at that. 10 hours worth of going all over the place trying to find things, going through countless mine shaft mounds, dying multiple times to that, and finally stainless steel. Now I can make that wondrous wand I was wanting to make. In the meantime, I'm going to go around, start exploring around a little bit more while I head my way back to home and get on crafting with that wand. See y'all there. Alright, so good news is the gold banded wand. I've created another wooden wand with gold stuff on it, better than the iron caps. Made myself the thaumaturge geared stuff like that. Bad news is, even with this, having 90% discount due to the 10% discount of the armor, still too high. So I'm just going to have to settle with making the iron caps. Which means I'm going to have to do a little bit more work again just to make the iron cap version of this wand. We're going to have to do the bare minimums here. See y'all then again. So I've been reviewing the recipe for the fusion altar. I won't be able to make it until I hit HV. Reason being is the Eye of Ender. Only way to make an Eye of Ender is through the chemical reactor at 400 ES per tick. Unless I find an Eye of Ender naturally, unfortunately this means that I cannot complete the fusion altar. And even then, the tasks for making gold wand stuff like that's proving itself more of a hassle than what it's worth. So for now, I'm going to have to hold off on the fusion altar, but at least I got the room in the future laid out ahead. Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to pretty much cancel any plans in regards to getting that fusion altar in for this episode. I should have thoroughly planned this a lot better if it weren't for the Ender Pearl. However, I am able to get Ender Pearls from villagers from what I've heard from other people, so I might do something like that for the future, but something's telling me I most likely have to be waiting for HV when before I make that fusion altar. But in the meantime, I got a little busy here. I've made myself the gold banded Greatwood Wand. So the gold capstone I finally made for that. There's at least that. I went ahead and upgraded the base even further now. Probably heard the slurping already. Which is something way out of place. I'll show you what's going on. But I also made myself a bunch of arcane levitators. So yeah. Accessing all parts of the base and maintenance areas is now more accessible now with all that. Because of that, I've decided to just completely remove all the stairs, so I won't be needing that anymore. I got a quicker way of getting down to the other side of things. I had to move the pipes around because the risk of me touching the steam pipes is too high. Don't need that chipping away at my armor durability. So yeah, did a lot of upgrades, and a big upgrade that actually fixed a lot of my problems. Presenting to you, the Thirsty Tank. All it needs is like a source of water around, a source block of water adjacent to it, whether it be sides or next to it, or below it, and this thing is sucking up water at a decent throughput. And I made more of these too as well to cover the tree farm and for the ore processing system. And just one of that with buckets of water around it is more than enough to keep up with the whole ore processing system. Like, look at that. I've been so short on tin. Now I can produce all the tin in the world without the fear of being, without cavitating the boiler system. Last thing you need for that thing is go boom out of nowhere. But nope. These being their own separate systems, don't need to worry about that anymore. I also took ahead and updating the pipe system with conveyor belts too as well, and that's proven itself to be way more efficient than a hopper setup that I was doing before. Because of that, production is a lot quicker to ramp up. But yeah, I've done a lot of decorating. I even installed the 3 arcane levitators down below, just to be able to get to the upper levels rather than having the dirt stairs going up. The arcane levitators do stack upon each other if you have them like 3 blocks. Place them 3 blocks in a straight like that in height. So now I'm able to go all the way to the top of this here rather quickly, just to quickly attend to this. So even though I'm at the setback of the arcane levitate, with the of that arcane crafting machine there. I'm escaping my head right now, but managed to trim out the base a little bit more. And I went ahead to seal the things off. Because of the fact I got all the thirsty tanks working, I can now get rid of these water tank sidings. Man! These water tank sidings, the amount of water that these things produce is nothing compared to what those 3 thirsty tanks are producing. I could just jettison these things now or just repurpose them elsewhere where water throughput isn't as needed. But yeah, I'll be having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 16. Yeah, 28 of these tanks are going to be pretty much stored now until I can figure something else out with them. So despite the setback, decent progress was made. Anyhow, in the next episode, I'll probably be more focused on making the push towards MV. I got all the, other than making these machines, which I'll go do off camera and set them up somewhere. And a few other things in regards to the oxygen centrifuge system. I am going to make the push on going MV next episode. Once I do that... Oh, heck. I might be able to make the... No, I wouldn't be able to. Never mind. So, yeah, I'll be hitting MV the next episode and get on going with that. Anyhow, y'all take care, and I wish y'all a fine day.